Okay.
Hello, I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto super easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. You will push a button.
So it would stop flashing. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
these live streams.
These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. So thanks for joining us on our keto journey.
Yep, but you need to talk louder.
I need to talk louder.
Anyway.
Are you sure I don't have your mic?
Yeah. You just were talking quietly.
I was just talking normal.
Okay. Anyway, we got Carrie here and Mike.
Hi, Carrie. Hi,
Exposing
Mike.
Darkness is here as well.
Hey.
So is
my
Mary
hat is
Kay.
crooked. Why
Hi,
is my
Mary
hat
Kay.
crooked?
I don't know.
Hi, Mary Kay.
Turns out our the basketball stand in our front yard on the driveway, it's actually crooked. I didn't notice it until
What?
I did an aerial survey of our house, and I was
It was like this?
yeah, it's twisted a little bit to the
Oh,
to the side. Anyway, Mike says I turned up my volume. Jen is here. She is having problems with when she drinks Keto Chow, her blood glucose goes up, which is strange because that usually doesn't happen to people. I've never seen that happen.
I think the protein will make it go up just a little because it's, if you're type 1, it's going to do that.
And Visual Keto says, Miriam, you're fine. I can hear you all the way here in
Yay,
Iowa.
Iowa.
Iowa. Somebody's texting me. Who is it?
I don't know. Maybe it's Cynthia.
Sam is letting me know
That
he just beat Portal 2.
Yeah.
Good job, Sam.
Good job, Sammy.
Cynthia says, good evening from Florida.
Hi, Cynthia.
Speaking of Iowa, Miriam and I earlier today were planning out a route going from Utah to Indiana
Indiana.
sometime in the spring.
So you guys want to do a meetup in the spring?
Someplace in...
In like Nebraska or Des Moines or
maybe like the
Indiana.
first Saturday in April is what we're looking at. Anyway,
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, and Cynthia says good evening from Florida. B-Dog is here. So is Lynette. Lynette, thank you so very much for the pumpkin sausage soup. It was delicious. I'm sorry that you accidentally left it at work, but that meant that I got it for for lunch and for dinner.
He was so happy,
I was
actually.
extremely happy.
I'm really sorry that you had to come back and get it, but he was so happy that,
I was. You went and got me some. It was great.
yeah. And I didn't go home. I walked all the way back to your office to give it to you.
Lori is here from Vancouver
Hey,
Island.
Lori.
And Bertolus Paint says, howdy y'all. Teal says,
Hi,
hey y'all.
Teal.
I made this season's first batch of pumpkin soup yesterday.
And
it
that's
did not
what
disappoint.
we had today, Lynette made.
So for any of you who
So
don't
good.
know what we're talking about, if you go to the Keto Chow webpage, and I make sure that I'm sharing.
Are you sure?
Yes, and it's working great. So you go to kitchen, you go to make a recipe. I find it by using the little search thing here
And you
and just
look up
typing
pumpkin
sausage.
or pumpkin?
And it finds it
No, at the top. There it is.
right
Creamy sausage pumpkin soup.
So good.
It's so
It
good.
sounds so weird. And you can make it without the spicy peppers.
Yeah.
You can make it with green peppers. Just use more poblano peppers. So good. Anyway, we're going to be making that
Friday
this weekend.
for our
We have
church
a
Halloween party.
neighborhood Halloween party, and we're going to be bringing that.
Yeah.
And we're not going to Lion King it and say, this is sugar-free or anything like that.
People will just know.
Actually, maybe I'll put sugar-free on it, but anyway.
It's not sugar free. It has pumpkin puree in it.
Yeah, but it doesn't have added sugar.
Yeah.
Or starches. Mary says, hello, my friends. Great to see you at Keto Palooza. Mary, thanks for all your support. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're so sweet.
John is here, says thanks for wishing me happy birthday last week. You're
John,
welcome.
Yay.
And Aaron is here. So, hey there, Chris and Miriam. Fall colors for Miriam today. Yeah.
Yes.
You're all
because
fall-y.
it's fall.
So, for And anyone who may have missed it, pumpkin spice caramel keto
Pumpkin's
chow
back.
is back in stock.
Back to life.
We have no
back to
news about
reality.
the other fall flavors, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry.
So,
Things are getting closer, though.
so Jen's type 2, and it's going above 200 after 3 sips, which is really strange.
And
'Cause
what is it before 3 sips?
the only thing that could be in there would be the protein, unless you're mixing it up with something
Yeah, are you
that has
adding something else
carbohydrates in
to it?
Yeah, if you're using melted butter and water, I don't see how it could be doing it.
It can still rise because I know our neighbor says
Our type
it
1 neighbor
rises.
does.
She does need
Yeah,
a little bit of insulin, but it's slow, she says.
Artemis is here. Welcome.
Artemis.
Let's see. Exposing Darkness says, I'm in Indiana. Patricia's in Massachusetts. I was in Connecticut
I know, I'm
earlier
jealous.
this week. I was there Friday evening, very late, all day Saturday, and most of Sunday. We hung out in Stamford.
Stanford, and I didn't go, sadly, but Sam and I got to stay home and watch Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
And Sam barely lost his last soccer game of the year.
I know, but he almost got a goal.
So close. Molly Lossalot says, I left Dustin's chat to come to yours.
Honey, you're
I
so
changed my order
nice.
subscription to add more clean slate.
Yes.
Thank you for being transparent about your ingredients.
Oh,
So,
yes, that's another thing we wanted to talk about today.
of important note,
Yes, which we've talked about before, so
We
that's
have.
not surprising.
but we just wanted to point out, our flavored salty electrolytes, the drink mix, does not contain any maltodextrin of any kind. Also, no citric acid from any source. Now, here's an important point. If a product, any product that you find, is a dry powder
Period.
and has flavoring,
Period.
unless they tell you it is made with no maltodextrin, it likely has some maltodextrin.
Yeah, no matter what it is.
If they don't have maltodextrin, typically that means that they went through a very involved process to make sure that it doesn't have maltodextrin, and they will be very proud and very vocal
Like us.
about that fact.
So, for instance, at KetoCon 2017, which
Yes.
is a few minutes ago, I went around to every company, and because I had just been recently researching MCT oil powder, right? And every company that had MCT oil powder in their product, I asked them, what is your MCT oil dried on? And they're like, what?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just in here. It's powdered. It's powdered. We buy it powdered. And I'm like, well, it doesn't come powdered.
Yeah, it's a
not
liquid.
It's not made powdered. So they did, like, no company knew what their MCT oil was dried on. And I find that really interesting because it seems like you can contact a manufacturer and say, hey, I have this great idea. I want to do this thing. But it isn't until you get into actually the manufacturing process that you learn how things are made and how manufacturers work and yeah, all that jazz. So
Yep.
yeah, it was interesting. But
Yeah, and also
coming back to that.
to go even further, none of our products, so we also manufacture Keto Chow.
Which is a powder.
That also contains flavorings
Yep.
that do not have maltodextrin. We've gone through the extra effort to make sure it doesn't have maltodextrin. There are some manufacturers that seem completely oblivious to the fact that you can have flavors made
Yeah.
with something other than maltodextrin.
But to the same point, right? When we started with flavoring, we did not know that it was on maltodextrin.
I actually have a box of flavors
Yeah.
from the very beginning,
From a long time ago.
and they are dried on maltodextrin.
And we still
never went into
today,
production.
as we get flavor stuff, sometimes we'll get a flavor that doesn't say sugar-free on it.
And I'll be like,
And we have to contact them and say, hey, we asked for this flavor. you sent us this one. Okay, that's the wrong one. You're right. You did ask for a sugar-free version. So
Yep.
it's still something that we have to continuously fight today.
Now, here's another thing. If a product contains like half a gram of maltodextrin,
Right.
is that going to metabolically impact someone's blood sugar? Probably not.
Yeah. It's probably so small that it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Like half a gram of pure glucose likely will not cause someone's blood sugar to go up. I saw this myself when we talked about this last week, that I saw a bigger spike from going out on stage and presenting a thing at Keto Palooza than I did having, it was like roughly 10 grams of fiber in a chew that wasn't fiber. So,
which you did have a rise for. So
yeah, absolutely I did. But that's not the point. The point is, if you say you don't have maltodextrin, but you actually do,
then you do.
and the amount of maltodextrin is actually more than you have of the primary product that might be in a product, like say it's a vitamin B12 supplement,
Right.
and you have more maltodextrin than you have vitamin B12, or it's a magnesium supplement and you have more maltodextrin than magnesium. That should probably be on the label, my way of thinking. Anyway.
But the thing about maltodextrin is it's good as a filler,
Well,
and that's why it's used so much.
And it's sticky, and it's cheap, and it works so well.
It flows well,
in
it
manufacturing.
packages well. The more natural the ingredient, the harder it is to make a product that will have shelf stability.
Yeah.
It just is difficult.
So that's why everybody uses maltodextrin. And again, if you find a product and it's powdered and it has flavoring and it doesn't loudly proclaim no maltodextrin, it doesn't matter if it's natural flavors, it doesn't matter if it's artificial flavors, it doesn't matter if it's whatever. It probably has maltodextrin if it doesn't say that it doesn't. That is just our experience coming from the manufacturing side of things. So.
Which, it makes me feel better that I've been kind of following Joe's 90% is good enough, because if there are any products at all that I want to have, I know that there's something in it that I don't want to have unless I get it off a tree or get it out of the ground, or it's literally meat coming out of the freezer or the fridge or whatever that I'm cooking. I have to just keep in mind it's not going to be perfect, and good enough is good enough. So I can't beat myself up about the things I can't control.
Yeah. Well, and I've been talking to a lot of people over the last several days about maltodextrin and if a product has it or if another product doesn't. And at the end of 2022, some other popular electrolyte supplement out on the market, it was found out that they had a little bit of maltodextrin. They disclosed it, and people kind of got upset about that. Then we found out that many of the other ones had it as well, but also weren't disclosing it. That was kind of one of the tipping points for us.
Yeah.
That we're like, fine, we'll do it ourselves.
Well, and it's funny because we were kind of just talking to each other, and I'm like, oh, yeah, well, we already learned that because we'd previously found out that we needed to have the sugar-free flavors. We needed to specifically request for them to dry it on acacia gum. And we learned that through our trial and error. And so this other company is like, well, we didn't know that was in there, but now we know. And
well, we actually reached out to some of our friends in those companies, and we're like, hey, guys, you can totally make those flavors without the maltodextrin. You just have to do this and this and this. And
it's not that hard. It is more expensive.
And it changes the process. But that's kind of the genesis of SALTT.
Yeah, because
the
we're
electrolyte
like, well,
drinks.
We could just do that.
We could make it ourselves.
We already have a way to, and we know how to do it because we've been offered different products from where we get our liquid electrolytes. And we're
Yeah.
like, well, we know that they have a
Yeah.
process to do this, so it wouldn't be that difficult.
It's also been kind of heartening to me to see how many people in the keto space are as passionate about no
Yeah.
maltodextrin as we are.
Yeah.
Because when we introduced SALTT, we were like, and it doesn't have maltodextrin, and people are like, so what?
Yeah.
Like, no, this is a big deal.
This is a big deal.
And now a lot of people on Twitter and Facebook are like, what?
No,
All this stuff has maltodextrin. I actually had a guy who said, well, I just make my own by using a flavored creatine
Oh, okay.
and adding salt and some no salt,
But
potassium.
the flavoring in the creatine
And
probably has maltodextrin. Is
I
the thing.
said, be aware.
That's the thing that you don't know because it's not on there because it's under natural flavors.
I said, be aware it probably has maltodextrin in the flavor. And he said, and he came back the next day and he said, you were absolutely right. I contacted them and they said that they don't have to tell me if it has maltodextrin
Right.
and that they're disclosing what they're legally required to disclose.
Yeah.
And
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
anyway, fun. Anyway, Artemis is here. I actually got to meet Artemis and her mom. Her mom's from Venezuela.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
was it this week?
Yeah, at
I'm
the Keto
jealous.
Symposium. So much fun.
I'm so glad you
Yeah,
guys
it's too
got
bad
to
we
meet.
couldn't meet Miriam. Let's see. Terry is here from Ramona, California.
Hi, Terry.
Phyllis is here from
Hi,
Artie.
Phyllis. Oh.
Visual Keto says Des Moines, Davenport, Cedar Rapids.
Yeah,
would
all
love
of
to have
those
you.
things we were looking at. So we'll figure out the dates and then kind of shout it out. But be thinking about when we could
Okay.
come and see you.
Mike made some of the pumpkin sausage soup on Sunday, ate the last of it for lunch.
Yes.
When we make it, we make like a quadruple batch.
We make 2 crock pots full and then freeze it. And poor Max, he is ready for some soup because he is sad. And you know what? We need to get another couple of little of those thermoses, I think.
Oh, think
Because
so?
they take them to school.
He needs to learn to wash it out when he's done.
I know, disgusting.
Sheesh.
But he does wash it out the next day when he wants to put soup in it again.
Supposing Darkness says I need to make some of that because I have the peppers. And John says Portal 2,
Yes.
that's an old game. Up it was the RTX remix. He started
Yes.
playing the
Yeah.
remix, but the computer, the fastest computer in the house, only has an RTX 2070.
Oh.
And playing the RTX remix version, then, sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Playing the RTX
Time
remix
now for
version, it was
computer talk.
slow. Like he was getting
It's
like
like blah.
20 frames a
Can't
second.
handle it.
And
So
he's
we
like,
don't have a
"Fine."
fast enough computer, is that what you're saying?
Well, the RTX remix version, it takes the old game and it makes it like super cool looking. Like the buttons are like clear glass and you can it's doing ray tracing. Like it's
Okay.
better than Pixar Toy Story 3 level.
So it just needs a gaming computer,
yeah.
not what we have.
Yep.
Which is not a gaming computer.
Cindy is here. It's a computer that
Cindy.
works.
Mwah.
B-Dog says I need to make the pumpkin sausage soup too. Smoking Darkness says, yeah, it does sound weird. Yeah, I mean, Marty says ground sausage, yes.
Mary.
And oh yeah, Mary, sorry. And Cynthia says, and bacon for the kids, right?
Yes.
We need to get some bacon because our neighborhood party is coming up where I'm going to cook some bacon.
We have one package.
I know, but we need like 3 of those.
I'm willing to have more bacon.
Lisa says, I love the pumpkin soup we made last Saturday. And Mary cannot wait to try the
Oh,
sausage
it's
soup.
so good.
Did
Yeah,
a few
I
extra
had it
pouches
for
when it
lunch.
was available. Nice. And we do have, so as far as the pumpkin goes, we have both the large bags and the
Yes.
individual singles.
And we have quite a bit, so we should be good for a minute.
Mimi had chocolate mint ice cream today.
Oh, that
Nice.
sounds so good.
And Carrie wants to know what I'm drinking. I am drinking Endless Summer Salty
Oh,
out of a SodaStream bottle
that doesn't have
that
soda in
is
it.
not carbonated, but hey, it was on my nightstand, so that's what I'm
That's
using.
good.
Bob is here.
Hey, Bob.
Lisa says, "Yay, pumpkin's back! It's best. It's the best fall and year-round flavor."
So good.
We
Hi,
were
Lori.
we were watching a show tonight. Well, I wasn't. The kids. Anyway,
Yeah.
there was a show on where people were talking about seasonality of, say, turkey.
Oh yeah. He's
And they're
talking
like,
about turkey
yeah,
specifically.
it's like you wouldn't want to have all these pumpkin spice lattes in the summer, and I'm like, Man, we
Maybe
got that
you
in stock
would.
way too late.
I know, it's so dumb. I'm sorry.
Let's see. Lori is here. Let's see. Jen says I usually use coffee and butter or coconut oil. Interesting.
Yeah.
And it was after 3 sips because that's when the alarm on my CGM goes off. That is very interesting. Melissa says I've used turkey sausage in place of pork sausage when making the pumpkin sausage soup. Oh, I wanted a family member who doesn't eat pork a chance to try it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Matt says I'll be there if possible if you have a meetup anywhere from Davenport, Iowa to Elkhart, Indiana.
That's exactly where we're going.
We actually, one of the places we're going to stop is Davenport.
And
one is
that's
Elkhart.
our tentative.
Yes.
We're tentatively going to stop in Davenport.
We're planning on doing the trip to Elkhart over 3 days.
Yes.
Well,
and
2.5 days.
Yeah, 2.5 days.
But coming back, we're going to be doing 4 to 5 hour days because we're probably going to be towing a trailer at that point.
We hopefully will be doing a trailer.
And don't want to go quite as far because if it was meant to go fast, it wouldn't be shaped like a brick.
Yeah, true that.
Jen says, thank goodness SALTT doesn't spike.
Good. And Jen, I'm sorry about Keto Chow. If you're having a hard time with it, don't eat it. You just eat meat. Just do what you need to do to take care of yourself.
Mike says another electrolyte drink has been coming up as a trending topic in my Twitter feed. Now, here's the thing. The reason why we're not calling them out by name is because we actually really like...
We love them.
...the people who are associated with that. And they may not like us very much right now, and I regret that. And I don't want to be antagonistic. I don't want to attack them. Anyway.
We want to be good people.
Yeah.
We want to be good people, and we want to be nice, and we want everybody to improve and grow and be great.
Yep. Want to, at another point in time, we were at the Metabolic Health Summit in California, and some of our friends had launched an electrolyte drink called LMNT. You may be familiar with it.
Yeah.
And at that time, we actually said, you know, you guys have magnesium in this. Here is the contact information for our magnesium supplier.
Here's a good source.
I don't think they did anything with it. I actually contacted them 2 or 3 times trying to make sure that they got a hold of them, but I don't think they actually did.
They're
which is
probably
unfortunate.
fine doing what they were doing.
I'm sure they were down the path and already in production.
It's a lot of work to change an ingredient.
It is.
It really is.
Speaking from experience, changing stuff is problematic. That's actually why Keto Chow has version numbers on it. And it's a little bit problematic with SALTT because we have made some minor changes and it doesn't have a version number on it. Like the only way I can tell the difference between the different versions is the new one has a kosher symbol on it.
Oh, yeah.
And the original run that we did doesn't.
Whoops. We have barcodes, though.
The barcodes aren't... Oh, you mean we have lot codes, yes. The lot codes will tell
you. We
you
have lot codes, though.
Anyway.
They have Best Buy dates.
Keto Karen says, I feel like you're referring to some specific company. Yes, probably.
That's not true.
Mike says, here's the thing, though. If this becomes a big topic of discussion, a government agency will regulate things and more likely to do things against keto than to help it.
That's true. I actually am on the email list for the Nutrition Coalition, and I was reading the email that came in today.
Oh.
That they said that they're gonna change some guidelines, and they're leaning towards more beans, more vegetables, and less meat.
Okay.
Like,
Well, Storm Chasing Gal's here, and so is Marie.
Marie, hi.
Mary says, when I recommend your company, it's your integrity I cite. Almost more than your products.
Oh, you're so nice.
I am integral. Wait, no, that's not what you meant.
I've just been feeling so yucky about the comments on Twitter this weekend.
Deb says, good evening.
Hi, Deb.
Maltodextrin makes my heart race like crazy. I hate it when it's hidden in the label.
Yeah.
Yep. Storm Chasing Gal wants to know any maple waffle updates.
Oh, nope. We don't have any. I'm so sorry.
What about butterscotch? I have an update about butterscotch.
I miss it. What is your update about butterscotch?
Butterscotch is out of stock.
Yeah, that's
Along
true.
with chocolate malt.
That's true.
And fruity cereal.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you had any of those in your My Chow subscription, you need to be aware that when it goes to renew, those will automatically be taken out. Actually, they'll still stay in there. They just won't process. Because the new subscription system that we're using...
Which is cool.
It's very cool. Because everybody was like, hey, I want to be able to subscribe to the limited edition stuff. I want to be able to get the seasonal stuff. And I'm like, okay. So we worked extremely hard to find a product that would let us clap. No, that would allow us to do that. The result of that is it automatically doesn't ship the stuff that's out of stock. And it doesn't give you any warning. And if you, so My Chow, in order to get the 15% that goes up higher, you have to have $110 in your subscription. And so if you had butterscotch or chocolate malt or fruity cereal in your subscription and having those not ship brings it below the threshold, it won't give you the 15% part of the discount. So my recommendation is when you get the email that says, hey, your subscription order is coming up. If you want to manage your subscription, please log in. Please do that. Go in, make sure it's got the flavors that you want. It actually will not let you keep, when you manage it, it'll take out the ones that aren't available, which is good.
So then you'll see where the holes are. And what you can do is just put some pumpkin spice caramel in that hole.
You could.
Because now it's available.
Fill the hole in your heart with pumpkin spice caramel.
Yes. Also, raspberry cheesecake is good. Chocolate toffee is good. Just plain chocolate always wins. It's so good.
Along with that, we've had some people remark that they no longer get the text messages about their subscriptions. Correct. The new subscription software that we switched over doesn't do text messages.
It's so dumb.
It only does emails. So, yeah, there you go. It's a constraint. These are the things that we have to live with, unfortunately.
Until we decide to magically fix it ourselves.
Yep. Mike says, regulation makes full disclosure harder than keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
Okay. Cindy says, my Frodo's and Keto Chow shakes helped me through a week of no electricity from Hurricane Milton.
Honey, I'm sorry.
Awesome.
Are you better? Are you back? Do you have electricity now? I'm glad that Keto Chow was helpful.
Carrie's got his 13-year-old desktop running with Ubuntu instead of Windows. Says it works a lot better. I can believe it. Meg's here, late.
Meg.
Had a couple of ladies from church visiting. That's awesome.
I love that. And how's your wrist? How are you doing? Are you all the way recovered?
Lisa says I drank pumpkin spice lattes in the summer. You go right ahead.
Because you have good taste.
Let's see. Mike says that's why I do not mention the name. It's Voldemort.
You must not be
perhaps if you wrote it. No, I can't spell it.
Oh yeah, that's right. We just watched that. Sam and I are binging Harry Potter. So we finished the Azkaban this weekend. 3. So this week we'll
Oh, then you're moving on to Goblet of Fire?
Yeah.
That's when the movies stopped being as complete. Because the books got so big.
They're bigger.
There's no way you can fit all that into a movie.
It's okay. I can remember what it says in my mind.
Rebecca says my glucose spikes on sugar alcohol. Do you have products that don't use sugar alcohol? All of them.
All of them.
None of our products use sugar alcohols.
That is correct.
So now there are some that are like unsweetened that you could use like allulose with.
Yeah, you could add it if you wanted.
None of our products use sugar alcohols at all. One of the main reasons we don't use sugar alcohols is because they take up so much space and weight that it would make it twice as expensive with half the product to ship.
Yeah.
So a 21 meal bag would only have 10.
Yeah, that would suck.
Meals. It would suck. Barb's here.
Hey, Barb.
And Sandy says, I apparently ordered the sample pack early enough today because I have been told it's now unavailable. Which sample pack? That's a really good question. Anyway, Bonnie says, how much of the retiring soups are less? Okay, so here we go. That's another important...
So we sent out an email today
Yes.
that said, I don't remember what the top said.
Well, we made the hard decision to discontinue
Yeah,
taco soup and tomato soup.
And taco.
So for the people who love it, hey, we wanted to
Sorry.
give everyone that enjoys those flavors a heads up.
Yep. So they
That we
can
aren't
get
going to
them.
be reordering.
We're not completely out yet, so you
we
can still order them.
Miriam hates it when I do this. We still have quite a bit.
No, we have some. It's not as much as it could be.
Yeah, but it's enough that I think everything's going to be okay.
You can wait till next pay period. is
You
what he's
absolutely can.
saying. Probably.
But we're just not going to reorder it. It was kind of we would need to reorder it at the end of this season. And we looked at it and went,
and we aren't.
It's like, we need to prioritize
But you can
other things.
use the beef soup base if you want
You
to.
absolutely can.
And then, why am I having a crooked time?
I don't know. But yeah, the beef soup base is the same thing as the taco and the tomato without those extra flavorings added.
Yep.
It's really versatile. You can add some cumin and chili powder and salt and garlic to make the taco. So, yeah. So I hope that answers that question. John says, I remember Digital Founder did a video a couple of years ago playing Portal RTX at 1080 on a 26 Super. I think they showed the settings in the video.
Wow.
Yeah. Jen Found was watching a YouTube documentary on how salt is made.
Oh, I love that.
And Tracy wants a brownie batter.
Ooh, that sounds
amazing.
Yumma.
And chocolate toffee is amazing.
I agree.
Miriam
Chocolate toffee is
forced
amazing.
me to come out with that flavor.
I said, do this or you're going to die. Just kidding.
Let's see. Oh, and chocolate mint is the single packets of chocolate mint I know are getting very low.
Are we out of the bulk bags?
Well, I don't know, but the bulk bags were the large bag in the surprise box this month.
I freaking love chocolate mint. I hope we don't run out.
I think we're not out now.
I don't want to.
One of the things I needed to work on today was working on the flavoring for the chocolate mint. We got a test batch. This is more information than normally we say.
Yeah, we don't say it.
We got a test batch.
We don't tell
and the chocolate mint had no mint.
Yeah.
It was weird. So I did 4 different ones today. I had, and that was my primary goal for the day. Every morning we get together in a meeting and we're like, what's the biggest...
What's the thing you accomplished yesterday? What's your primary goal for today?
Your one focus.
Thing. What's your focus?
If you get nothing else done today, what's that one thing? And my one thing was mess around with the flavoring of chocolate mint. So
did you do that?
I have a control.
Do I need to test it tomorrow?
I have a, yes.
Okay.
I have a 0 milligrams. I have a 500 milligrams and a 1,000 milligrams.
Because milligrams are a unit of measure.
1,000th of a gram. So there's 1,000 in a gram. Anyway, yeah. So just to play around with the concentrations to see at what level do I have to add stuff in order for it to show up. And the chocolate mint already has 1,000 milligrams of the mint in it. But what we're looking for
is the deal?
Is
chocolate mint was the hardest to develop in the first place.
Girl Scout Thin Mint flavor.
Yeah.
So it has to have a solid mint flavor.
Be good. Has to be good.
Yep. Oh, the 5 sample pack.
Oh, from Amazon?
From SALTT?
From SALTT?
That should not be out of stock.
Unless we don't have any.
Well, yeah. So Miriam,
sharing? You're not sharing?
No, I'm not sharing on purpose.
He's not sharing our back end. I'll tell you something. We already talked
Read
about
that one.
Okay.
Speaking of subscriptions.
Tracy wanted to know. Subscriptions, just set mine up this morning. I'm excited to run out before the next one. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm not excited to run out. I'm expecting to run out before the next one processes on November 21st. I can just hit the order now button in subscription window rather than waiting the full 30 days. Is that correct?
Yeah, can you? Absolutely.
Yeah, you can just order it now and then you can have it now.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing about managing this subscription. You can just kind of change it to whenever you want.
Yeah.
And I really like, I have a couple of,
And that order now button works really well too.
yeah. And then it's just ready to go. So you can put the stuff in, order now, and then that'll be your next subscription for next time. I have a couple subscriptions that I have for like face care and stuff.
Okay.
And I just wait for the email to come that says your subscription is coming up. Your shipment's going to be here in blah, blah, blah time. And I just go, change it for next time, or
blah,
I
blah,
want
blah
it now,
time, huh?
or whatever it is. So I really appreciate those. And so we really, really encourage you guys to, on your subscription, just keep checking your email. And if you get the email, then you can know to go and change the thing. I would just go and check it every time and make sure you got what you want in there.
Okay. So I just checked the back end, and
it says it's
the
there.
sample pack for Salty, it shows it's in stock. So
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
sure.
So Sandy, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
This salty 5 sample pack, or could she be talking about the
But she ordered
Keto
the
Chow?
all things chocolate and all things fruity.
Oh, good.
Oh, you know what it might be? Hold on a second.
Is it a?
Okay. So
I can't
we
think
come
of the
here.
word.
So it shows it a line through it.
Oh,
you have to
yeah,
select
yeah.
5-pack up here.
Oh, there you go. That's
then you can
weird.
select it.
So
where-
did you already complete your order? Because if you did it earlier today and you go and select the 5-pack and do that like he just showed, and you do a second order, then you can immediately reach out to customer service and say, hey, I made 2 orders of Salty. Can you put them together? Because especially if you did it right now, they'll get the message before it goes out. So
Yep.
you can do that. Thank you, Sandy. That is a good point. It is a little bit confusing. Yeah.
Cindy says they're home after staying at parents' house for a week. We were concerned about big trees coming down on the house, but the house was safe,
Oh, I'm so
but
glad.
inaccessible because it was surrounded by
Yes,
water.
I saw your
Wow.
pictures. I could not believe that. That was crazy. It looked like you just had a little lake around your house. You had your own little moat.
Mary is just, it's been a while since she's been on our site. Love the new look.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you.
Mike says, I manage my subscription every month, but is there a simple way to tell if something has gone out of stock before it renews?
Oh,
Unfortunately,
no, I'm sorry. We're going to
Yeah.
maybe, do that of version 2 if we possibly can next year or something.
Who knows?
It's a lot of work to figure that out. But right now, this is what we got.
Cindy says, my shoulder replacement surgery was rescheduled because of both hurricanes.
Oh.
It's happening in the morning. Prayers appreciated. I have
yes.
Keto Chow in the fridge and freezer.
Yes, prayers coming to you, Cindy.
Lady First Sayer says, caramel macchiatos, no slouch either. You're right.
Right, not slouching.
Carrie says, chocolate toffee makes wonderful brownies.
It
There you
really
go.
does. And
Mike's-
fudge. Ooh, good fudge.
And Mike's like, you had only one job, chocolate mint. Well, I had multiple things I had to do today, but
know.
that was my,
Primary.
I have to get this done.
Because if emergency and random things come in, then that's fine. We got to fix those things, but you have to still be able to get the things done. You need to get it done.
And I had to do that today so that it could sit in the fridge and think about what it's done. Mm-hmm. And when its father gets home, oh boy, is it going to be in trouble.
It is.
Anyway, so that tomorrow morning we can test it and see which one, see where we want to go with
Yeah.
it. Tracy says, I would like the chocolate mint with more mint punch.
I agree.
So there you go. Lady First Caesar was washing and waxing the car. It gets colder after the day. There you go.
Yes. Yes.
Mary says vanilla and vanilla cream out of stock. No, vanilla cream should not be
it
out of stock.
shouldn't be out of stock.
Yeah. If vanilla cream was showing out of stock, there's something wrong.
Yes, yes.
I'd actually,
Danielle.
I'd recommend that you contact our customer service when we're not in the middle of a live stream.
What?
Because it should not be out of stock. Oh, was able to get the Salty 5 set.
Oh, yay.
Carrie made some Keto Chow mixed with coconut oil today.
Yay.
There you go. Marie says, conversing would be so much easier on my laptop. Yes.
Yeah, it's hard to do it on a phone.
Kitty Fun Foo says vanilla cream's large bags are out of stock.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. That doesn't sound right.
Well, it's possible.
It is possible. So let's see, buy single flavor. All the way down.
Whoa, that was too far.
Vanilla cream here.
It's so good. I love the vanilla cream.
What the heck?
You're
How did
right.
I not know that?
They're out of stock. But the single meal's still there, right? Let me see.
I'll have to check on. Yeah, the single meal was still there.
Oh.
There it is. I'll have to check on that in the morning. That's doesn't sound right.
It's possible, though.
It's possible. Pig.
It's conceivable. You miserable vomitous mass.
Danielle says, cutie.
Thank you. You
Vanilla
can't
says,
really tell,
what?
but there's a tiny pumpkin right there on the
I
end
see
of
it.
the stripes.
Okay, yeah, vanilla. Well, that says vanilla cream bulk bags are showing out of stock, but there are singles available on the site. Yeah.
I'm glad that there's singles.
The
'cause that's good.
vanilla, the original vanilla, was discontinued, by the way.
Yes.
So it's
Vanilla cream is
gone.
the new vanilla.
it is indeed. Bum bum bum.
Linda asked,
Oh yeah.
"How has anyone made keto chow for ice cream right in the creamy container?"
So I haven't ever done that.
I bet you could.
So I like to make the creamies using a blender and making 4 at a time. 64 ounces on the blender is exactly the amount that you can split into 4 16-ounce pints.
Right.
When I only want to make one Ninja Creamy, what I'll do it in a blender bottle if I'm making it with heavy cream. I'll do it with less liquid, like a lot less
because
liquid.
the creamy containers are shorter.
Yeah. So I'll only mix mine at a 14-ounce level, and I'll tell you why. And I have a video. Let's see if I can find this.
He has a video where he had the camera on his head and he was making a creamy and a keto chow in like different formats, right? Formats, versions, different ways
Here it
to
is.
mix.
Hello, my
There you
name
go.
is Chris
Look
Bear.
how tall you are. It's weird to be how tall you are.
Yeah,
It's
so
too
if you
tall.
come in here, okay, we've got ice cream with butter in a blender, shakes with blender. Okay, here it is. All of them. It's this one, ice cream with heavy cream.
Okay.
So it's the 4-minute and 46 mark.
So don't be alarmed.
Yeah, so let me grab this URL.
Look at that cute teapot. I forgot we had that.
Yeah, okay.
It
So,
died.
the short version is I make it to 14 ounces, okay, in the shaker bottle. Pour it into the Ninja Creamy thing. And then I put water, like 2 ounces of water back into the shaker to clean all the stuff off the sides. And then I pour it into the Ninja Creamy container until I get to exactly 16 ounces. And then I mix it up with a little spoon, lick it off, and then freeze that.
Yes.
That way I can get it to exactly the right amount, and I don't have to worry about like getting the correct amount in the blender bottle. I can just fix it in post.
Just got it right.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could though. You could just mix it especially if you're doing it with heavy cream. It's just that you have to mix it quickly because the powder likes
And you
to
could
clump up.
mix it right in there, but I don't know. I don't want it to get all over the lid, and I don't want to get it all over the sides.
Right.
Mary says, I can get a few singles to Todd me over. Before you tease me, tied me over.
Todd. Ooh.
There you go. Mike says, I want to buy a Vitamix, but it's hard to justify when my Ninja blender just won't.
Right. You know what? If it works, don't worry about
Yep.
it. Cindy was talking about Wendy and Harry making it straight in the container.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wendy had surgery this week, so keep her in your thoughts and prayers, guys. Because I want some of your drink.
I am so thirsty. Holy cow.
Oh, thank you.
Mimi says I use the creamy containers all the time to make different flavors. Nice. And Older Pennsylvania says I finally found cranberries, so I can make the cranberry pumpkin
Oh, that's
cakes.
yummy.
Everybody in the community loves it.
That's a double
Always
batch,
glad
isn't it?
to see, oh yeah, always glad to see the pumpkin spice caramel coming back. See, the 32-ounce bottle.
Yeah, you put 2 in there.
I put 2 in here
Yeah.
because when I
And I always put 1 in mine.
made salty,
But I still love it.
balanced the flavor and the sweetness to be right for 16 ounces.
Yep.
And you can add more water, and it'll be a lot
You can add more
milder.
salt too if you want.
Yep. But 2 of Relight or 2 of LMNT in this much water?
That's too much.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It'd be way too much. Oh, Cindy says I think they use an immersion blender. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you totally could do that.
You could actually you could actually make it using the Ninja Creamy spinny thing.
Yep,
Like,
then you
it
have
would
to
mix,
wash it.
I know,
again.
but it would mix it up itself.
Yeah, that's true. It would mix it up itself. If you had one appliance.
Barb says, I have blended in the creamy container with 14 ounces of water and the melted butter. And when smooth, I add the rest of the water.
Perfect.
There you go. Danielle says, I
Thank
just
you, Barb.
ordered caramel and chocolate electrolytes from my coffee.
Yay!
In the morning, I ran out and I became unrecognizable.
Oh, that's sad.
Mike says, Ninja Creamy is more about techniques than recipes.
Yeah.
It looks like Carrie's turning into a pumpkin.
Good night.
Oh, yeah, Mary says Wendy had a knee replacement surgery today.
Oh, today. Oh, my gosh.
You should text her.
Why can't? She's probably on drugs, sleeping.
Well, they're in Arizona, so it's only...
The same time it is here.
Nope, it's not.
Is it 7 o'clock p.m.? I'll text her tomorrow.
They're off us by an hour. I think
It's before us.
they're in Pacific time zone this time of year.
Yeah. So it's 7.
Yeah.
She's still probably sleeping.
She probably
needs
is.
to sleep. She needs to sleep.
Anyway,
Let's let her sleep.
yeah, Carrie's saying goodnight. Evelyn says hello. Hello.
Hello.
People leaving, people coming. Yeah, so was there other stuff that you wanted to talk about? I had a fantastic time at the Keto Symposium, which was in Connecticut.
Yes, and I missed out. Mm-hmm. And I haven't had Brazilian barbecue since I was in Louisville, Kentucky.
Excuse me, miss. I'm going with Max to Texas Roadhouse.
We had a great time. When was the last time you took Max out to dinner?
It's been a while.
Never.
They always get stupid stuff like potatoes.
Yeah, he got the same hamburger he always gets. And I got a chopped steak
Okay.
because I
You
have a hard time chewing.
So you've got orange bands
Yeah,
on
and you
your...
can't even see them.
They don't even look like anything.
Sam and I went to the orthodontist yesterday, and he's like, "I'll get orange," and I'm like, "I'll twin with him."
Okay.
So this is our month, Sam and me together, because we have the same Halloween costume.
Barry
too.
wants to know if we introduced any new flavors today.
Oh yeah,
Nope.
he just wanted to touch the button.
I did want to touch the button.
No,
Happy
no,
trees.
no.
Yeah, nothing new to announce today.
Sorry.
Our announcement is
No announcement.
no announcement. Yeah, just going along.
Just
well,
good old fall.
now the pumpkin. Since we had our live stream
pumpkin
last week, the
caramel
pumpkin
is
spice
back in
caramel
stock.
is back in stock.
Yes.
Um,
Finally.
Yeah, Lisa says in Arizona or in the Pacific time zone
It's
until daylight
happened to
saving ends
me.
next week or the weekend after. I think it's. I actually don't remember when it is.
Yeah, it's soon.
Yeah. Mike says, yeah, daylight saving ends this weekend, so the live stream will feel like midnight next week. You are not wrong. John says, vanilla cream out of stock and no one knows. I didn't.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't.
Please bring back the stock percentage. The problem is it was causing problems
Yeah.
for our team.
Yeah.
We actually have a...
We have a 10 or something.
Yeah, there is an indicator that tells you, no, I don't want that. That tells you when stuff is getting low. Let's see, what was one of the ones that?
Are you looking
No, I'm on
at-
the salty
You're
side.
on the salty.
I'm on the salty side.
That's not the right one.
That's not the right one.
That's not the right one.
Let's see if I go to shake flavors.
I want
I'm
that
trying to
strawberry
remember.
one.
There was one that was getting awfully low. Was it
It
birthday
was,
cake?
you know what it was? It was malt, and now it's out.
Oh, yeah, because it does, at the top, it does give you an indicator when stuff is
So if
getting
you
low.
ever see it and it says 15 left, that's legit 15, and you should just buy them real
Yeah.
quick.
Before it was just
Or
the
tell
bar.
me, and I'll just buy them real quick, because then I won't be sad.
Yeah, before there was just the bar, you know,
Yeah.
telling you that stuff was getting low.
Yeah.
But now it actually gives you hard numbers. Oh, there you go, cantaloupe. So it looks like
look,
this.
139 left in stock. That's a lot. So
Well, it's because when it gets below, I think it's 200.
it must be 200.
It switches over
So
to
there we
telling
go.
you.
So if anyone wants cantaloupe, there are 139 left,
Yeah.
which is actually not that much.
And it might even have like a second step. Like I think when it gets below like I don't know, like 500
20 or
or something
something.
like that,
That's good though.
yeah. Anyway,
So we'll keep watching cantaloupe and see if it goes away.
cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe.
JJ's here.
I want to make the gummies with
We got to
cantaloupe.
meet
I think that'd be
JJ
good.
when we were in Keto Palooza.
Oh yeah, hi. I did not get to talk to you very much.
It's hilarious
I'm sad.
because he looks just like his avatar.
I know he totally does.
Like you did a great job
So
with that
perfect.
avatar. Like when I met you, I was like, Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know who that is.
I know who you are. Anyway, silly myself ran out of magnesium capsules. Oh, no.
Oh, we did that, what, 2 weeks ago or something?
And
It was the worst.
I didn't get any for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Like,
It was the worst.
Anything
'Cause I
useful to
take them
substitute
every night.
temporarily until my order comes in. There's
Yeah,
189
Salty if you have that.
milligrams.
Or the magnesium drops. They work really
Yeah.
good. They just taste horrible. Horrible.
Teresa says I missed the bar. I actually missed the bar too. The problem is it was difficult to set up because we had to put what the starting number was, what the current number is, and then it had to, anyway, it was
Go back to Cantaloupe and see if it went down.
from 139.
Yeah, refresh it. No, nobody bought it.
What the heck?
In 1 minute. Sad.
Okay,
I want to make the gummies. Did I say that already?
you can go ahead and make the gummies.
I know you want to eat
You
them.
know what we're having tomorrow night for dinner?
Meat.
So when Miriam was visiting her friend up in Brigham City, Utah, Morgan, you have to drive past Brigham City. No, it's Brigham's Meat or
It's Brigham's meat. Yeah.
Brigham's Meat. That's where it was. Anyway, one of the things they do is they take meat and put it inside of other meat and then
And they put
wrap it
cheese
in
or
a bacon weave and
jalapenos
stuff
and
like that.
wrap it all up. So nice.
It has a fair amount of carbs in there. They put a little bit of
Oh yeah, yeah.
binder and stuff. So talking about maltodextrin, these
Right.
do have a little bit of maltodextrin. She bought a couple of
I
them.
couldn't remember that actually.
That's okay. And they're going to,
Be cooked
their
tomorrow.
best buy date was like yesterday.
We're eating them for dinner tomorrow,
Or
and
their
I
sell
got
by date.
3 of
Their
them.
sell by date was.
And they're like this big.
Uh-huh.
One's a jalapeno chicken.
Which I'm very much looking forward to.
Me too.
So, I wonder what...
I wonder.
I wonder if I can just
I
come
wonder.
home from lunch and put those in the smoker or something.
Yeah, I wonder if you could do that too.
JJ says I got stuck waiting on the elevators and my taxi was waiting, so I couldn't bring my wife in to see y'all.
Oh,
Guess I'll have to make a
sad.
spontaneous trip to Utah.
Yeah, you should.
Probably. Well, Becky's here.
Hi, Becky.
Well, I think it's actually, now that Becky's here, it's probably time for us to get off.
Yeah.
And Sylvia's here as well.
Oh, hi, Sylvia.
Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about today?
I ate Keto Chow today.
Okay.
I had some Magic Spoon cereal, which is not the greatest of ingredients also.
Mm-hmm.
And I put some Keto Chow on top of
Well,
it.
because last week you're like, do we have any
and it
heavy
was
cream?
delicious.
Do we have any
we're
blah,
out
blah,
of,
blah?
We're out of cream.
I said, you
Yeah.
could just put some Keto Chow in it.
We've only bought groceries, I think, once since Louisville, and that's 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So our kids are like, why is there no food? I'm like, there's food in the freezer. Make something.
Yeah, Miriam's been trying to shop our freezer.
Yep. So we have taco salad on the menu because we've got ground beef.
Yep. Oh, and JJ says, so all I have is the Keto Chow Daily Minerals.
Yeah.
So taking that before bed to work.
Do it.
That has a fair
Give it a
amount of
try.
magnesium in
Just
it.
a little bit.
But I'd maybe do a teaspoon instead
You have
of a
any of the
tablespoon.
electrolyte tablets?
Well, those have a little bit of magnesium.
I know, but a little bit's more than none.
You're not wrong. All right.
That actually helps me sleep, the electrolytes.
Mike had chocolate peanut butter Keto Chow for second lunch. Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa.
Lisa, mwah, how are you? Did you fare the hurricane okay?
Oh, yeah. Older Pennsylvania says, have a great night, everyone. Thanks, Bears, for being so
miss
awesome
you.
and making such a great company.
Thank you.
It was not by choice. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, it did.
Well, the making of
Whether
a
I
company.
wanted it or not.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are going to take off. You all
Yep.
have a fantastic night, and
Good
we'll see you next
so
week.
long, farewell, my feet are saying goodbye.
What does it say?
If you can read this, I need new socks.
Bring me some bacon. Okay. Bye, everybody.